All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue, yours truly D Life. I'm here with you. Shout out to the entire Synergy family as we broadcast throughout the world. I have a good friend of mine. He's he's no stranger to the soccer game. When I call his name, a lot of y'all would know him. He has a lot of hits under his belt. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna keep you in suspense anymore. All right. Presently, he has a new single out called Homesick, and we're gonna talk all about that. We're gonna get into a lot of his stuff, a lot of the things that he's doing. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, my good friend Ricardo Drew. Welcome, my brother.
Well, good to be here, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good. You have good health, strength, so that's good to see.
Yep, you too. So, Drew, how has this pandemic been treating you, man?
Well, besides the negative impact, of course, we all see,
Right.
the impact that COVID has had on our lives. We've all had to come to a screeching halt in our lives and kind of just change our vision.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with the pandemic, we decided as a team to take this time to evolve, to make ourselves or put ourselves 10 steps ahead. So, we didn't allow it to impact us in a negative manner where we became depressed or, didn't want to work or didn't want to do any of these things. So we have been in the studio, we've been recording a lot, we've been shooting a lot of videos, kind of putting it as, of course, following the rules of social distancing and stuff like that. But we've been putting ourselves in a position so that we can now plan out the next 2 to 3 years, and just make sure we have things in
In
the pot.
place. Yeah.
You know, so
You
we can.
said 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It don't look like we're gonna be. It look like the new norm. It is not gonna go back to the new norm. In my humble opinion, I don't think we're gonna get back to that. I think what we're doing right now is basically gonna be the new norm now. I mean, people been partying online right now. I mean, I know a lot of people want to get out. I
That's
know a
right.
lot of people, you just to be outside and partying and stuff like that. But this thing here is no joke, man. We lost a lot of people, and you just got to play it safe. But it's good to hear that you're working.
Have to,
You got new music,
get left behind.
right? Now I get a little backdrop into your history. All right.
Right.
You're originally from Antigua, correct?
Correct.
All right. So you being in Antigua, growing up in Antigua, you're born in Antigua, right?
Right.
Okay. So when did you realize that this is what you wanted to do? This is what I want to do. I want to sing. So I want to sing. I want to be a performer. I want to be on stage.
Well, as we said, I was born in Antigua, and shortly after I was born, I moved to Trinidad. So at about the age of 5, going to school in Trinidad, and seeing my mom doing a lot of radio shows and my uncle doing a lot of singing. He was in the choir at Naparima College in Trinidad, and I saw him on TV a lot, and for some reason, what they were doing resonated with me. Like, I enjoyed listening to my mother on the radio, and I enjoyed watching my uncle sing on TV. And I always told myself, if I when I grew up, I wanted to do one of the two, and who knows, I might end up doing the two in my lifetime if God allows it.
Right.
For me, at that age, I knew I wanted to be a entertainer. Now, what form of entertainment, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it, I'm sorry, what genre, I'm sorry. So I
Mm.
wasn't sure if it would have been R&B or pop or hip hop, or I just knew I wanted to entertain. And then at, I say, the age of 17, I met a DJ by the name of Crown Prince. And Crown Prince said to me, at that time I was trying pop. And he was like,
Really?
this pop thing is good, but you're from Antigua, you were raised in Trinidad. Why don't you do your culture? Why don't you support your culture? And I don't know, man. Like, when he said that, there was like a bomb that exploded in my head, and I was like, that makes sense. And ever since then, I've been dedicated to making sure that I push soca music, and that I have become, one of those, the people on the forefront. Hi, hi, people. Oh,
Is she
okay.
doing all right?
Hi, hi. Say hello. Hello. I've been one of those, that was one of those memes, right? That you see
Yeah,
on, so, I, and I've since then I've just been a soca supporter, and I just want to see soca become something, you know, far beyond what I met it as.
right. And you come from a entertainment family because your mom is a celebrity in Trinidad. She's on TV in Trinidad, right? And you ever get that pressure as, okay, I'm born in Antigua, right?
Uh-huh.
Grew up in Trinidad. Who are represented when it comes to this? You ever get that pressure?
Internally, no, because at the end of the day, I am an Antigua. I can't take that away. And to be real honest with you, Antigua has been so good to me in terms of teaching me the ropes, in terms of an Antigua crowd is a tough crowd. If you could please an Antiguan crowd, you could please a crowd anywhere in the world.
Right.
Um, so they taught me how to perform. They taught me how to just be a total entertainer. And for me, it was moving from Antigua to Trinidad. Trinidad has given me so much. Antigua has given me so much. So I am an Antiguan, and I was raised by Trinidadians. So I give both the support, but of course I acknowledge the Antigua flag first because that's where I was born.
Oh, okay. So now competing now.
Hmm.
You're taking part in the Antigua and Soca Monarch, right?
Right.
And you're also in terms of the international Soca Monarch in Trinidad,
Hmm.
right? When you do the international Soca Monarch in Trinidad now, you represent Antigua,
Correct.
right? And you know Trinidad gives you love. I see that,
Right.
because at one point, I'll be honest with you, before I knew the backstory, I thought you were Trinidadian.
I speak more like a Trinidadian than an Antiguan.
Right. So you know from that now you move on. You're part of the All Stars, right? Now, how did that come about? How did you make that transition? How did they approach you? Or you approach them? How did that go?
Well, it's crazy, right? Because at the time, I was part of a band called Image and Company. A lot of people would know them as Second Image. And I wrote a song for Blacks. So I couldn't get
What
in
song
touch
was
with
that? What song was that?
him, buy it. I wrote it for him. So didn't buy the song, but I couldn't get in touch with him for him to hear the song. So I said one day I was just gonna go down to the band room and just bombard them, right? So I go to the band room. I said, Blacks, my name is Ricardo Drew. I have a song for you to hear. And he said, really? I said, yeah. He said, all right, cool, man. Plug it in. Let's hear what you have. So I plug it in, and they're listening to the song. So the whole band is in the room, and they're listening. So Black stops it, and he goes, who sings the song? I said, I did. He said, who did the background vocals? I said, I did. He said, um, you did all of this? I said, yeah. He said, you want a position in the band?
Wow.
So I was just um
Right there, Drew. Was
right
it
then there.
what going through your mind right now?
I was like, well, I'm part of Image. He's like, well, we're looking for a frontline vocalist. I said, really? He said, yep. He said, we got about 60 shows for the car. I said, 60? I said, when I get back to you? He said, yeah, no problem. And then I decided at that point in time, well, okay, Second Image did so much for me. I thank you guys for the opportunity, but an opportunity has presented itself for me. So you know what? Let me take this venture, and that was the rest was history.
rest was history, right? Now, you have a lot of big tunes under your belt, Drew. I mean, you're noted for your charismatic, your energetic way on stage. Ladies love you, right? You have that appeal. I mean, all around. Now, and you bring a certain elevation, to the band. Because when people hear All Stars, people used to think, back in the day, the original All Stars. You're thinking of a, and this is no thing to the band. You're thinking of a kind of like an older brass band when people used to hear because of the founder, right?
Right.
The pops. So when to see you now on stage with the All Stars and with Blacks and these guys who are veterans. I mean, like these all these guys. I know you're getting a lot. You're absorbing a lot.
Right.
You're absorbing a lot, and you're learning a lot about the business. What has that taught you being in around these guys and traveling with these guys?
Well, first and foremost, let me give you some information. Last year was actually my last year with the All Stars.
Okay.
So we separated, and we decided that we were going on different paths. But what I can tell you is being a part of that band, being a part of that history, it really taught me a lot. It gave me so much insight to an industry that I had no knowledge about. It gave me so much information to towards performance, towards looking at a crowd and knowing when to take it up, when to bring it back down, when to leave it alone, when to bring somebody off out of the crowd and onto the stage, when to those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how much being a part of that band helped me in terms of just the theory and the theory of music, just the theory of performing. They really did a lot for me. So I'm forever grateful for Papi. I'm forever grateful for Blacks. I'm forever grateful for Juice. They did a lot for me. Can't lie.
Oh man, and look at that. That's great news to me. I mean, that's to show you how I mean, I didn't even know that but the fact that you guys parted on mutual things and
Yes,
you guys are still good, which is good, especially in this industry, that
of
you
course.
guys can still have that relationship and still be able to do your things separately, and you take away so much from them. I mean,
Yes,
you learn from one of the best. I mean, I read Blacks. Blacks is one of my favorite artists when they talk about entertainment. I mean,
that,
so he's definitely one of those guys. So Drew, now let's take it now to your breakout hit.
right.
Your breakout hit. All right. Um, when did you get the acknowledgement that was it? Like, you know,
Um. Okay, so we recorded the song in 2014, and around what would I say here, boy? I would say in October of 2014, Patrice would have called me and she said, "Hey, Vagabond is playing a lot in Trinidad." And I was like, "Mm-mm, I don't believe you." He's like, "He's playing a lot." I'm like, "I don't believe you." She like, "You need to understand, it's playing a lot." So I decided around that time I'm gonna go down to Trinidad and really see what's going on.
mhm.
And when I landed, bro, I could tell you the first thing I saw when I landed, going from the airport home, was a vehicle that had the sign hooligan on it. So I was like, is this because of me or is just this person just a hooligan?
It's just coincidence, you know.
So then I was like, all right, I'll just wait to see if I hear it on the radio. Driving up the road, I heard it twice. I said, okay, probably a fluke. Just a fluke. And then the next day, I heard it about 6 or 7 times throughout the day. So I was like, oh, this is probably really, really, really happening. So I was just like, okay, cool. Did a performance. After that performance, I saw people reacting and they would get so crazy. So I was like, and this is really the first time something like this has ever happened in my career for a song that I would have created. So I'm in awe. I'm coming complete shock. So I go to another performance called Baywatch. and I perform, and I'm just watching people dancing and getting on, and everybody's like, "Yo, you finally had it," and I was like, "Nah, man, nah." I still didn't believe it.
You're still in grasping the concept that you're out there now.
Nope, it's not. So I said to myself, I'm just gonna take this in stride because I know how these things go in soca. So in December, Dr. J called me for his Soca or Die concert, and I remember performing, and the music started, and the whole crowd just went crazy. And at that moment, everything just went in slow motion. Like I just saw, St. Lucian's on the left, Trinidadians in the center, Antiguans on the right. It was just crazy. It's just like, okay, maybe I'm onto something here. And then from that day on, I would have had maybe 8 or 9 shows from Monday to Friday. And then on starting on Friday, I would have had 3 or 4 or 5 shows a day from Friday to Sunday. And for
Wow.
me, it was crazy. I loved every bit of it. You would never hear me say I want to go home. I want this to end. No, I want it to continue.
That pace and that pump. I mean, it was new to you, but you was taking it in. It was like this. All right, this is what
Yeah,
I've been working so hard for. Right. This is what I want. I mean, I commend you guys, man. When you guys do something like 5 and 6, 7 shows a day, I listen. Me coming from a DJ standpoint and seeing you guys backstage, I just try. And if you seen it, I would just give you a head nod, like, what's up? Because I know mentally you're not trying to have no conversation. You're trying to rest your voice, pace, So, I mean, from that now, all right, Vagabond, take off,
mm.
and you know what? As we say that, I want to show people the video for Vagabond. Right? I'm not even gonna. I ain't gonna hold back. We're gonna show the video for Vagabond right now. All
Mm.
right. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you introduce it too. Go ahead, Joe. Take the wheel, man.
All right. So this is your boy Ricardo Drew, and I am telling you, this is now a throwback. Called one. This is my first international hit single.
Boom. All right. So I'm gonna put that in post. All right. And then all right. So we come back now. All right. Boom. Vagabond. Done.
Yes.
Big tune. All right. You have everybody now acting scandalous. They're known for this behavior.
Right.
You come now. All right. The drunk song. I
Right.
might have called it the drunk song. You have everybody looking for a drink. Yeah. I mean, in terms of writing,
Mm.
you write your own music, right?
I am a part of
A
my
part
own.
of the writing process.
On that time, it was myself and a guy by the name of Berger out of Antigua. We were doing a lot of the projects. So we did Vagabond, we did Professional, we did a couple others as well.
And is writing being a part of the writing because I know a lot of artists. There's a lot of artists, and it's not taken away from them. A lot of
Mm.
them don't write. A lot of them have writers, right? But I strongly believe I kind of like an artist who writes a song. I think it adds a certain more to it.
Yeah,
In my opinion, it just adds, because you put in your true feeling into it. So is that something that you make it a part of to write? Say I need to be a part of the writing process for my projects.
I don't always have to be a part of the writing process, but you see, for me, my music is a little bit different. So, like for example, as I'll use Patrice. Patrice is an artist that you can bring her a song and she can make whatever you bring to her her. She's good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Me, that I'm not like that. So like it depends on the song. I have a certain character, I have a certain charisma that can only be me. So if you want to bring me like a jab song or something like that, or a love song, I have to become that person in my mind, and it doesn't always work out. So if you would notice, songs like Vagabond and songs like Professional and songs like Stamp Your Name, these songs have a certain character in it. Like Professional is a song where I'm talking to myself. Now, not everybody can pull something off that and give it that kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody brings a song to me, I try and tend to put that in it. And for me, that has worked out a lot for my career, for my songs. And that's what I consider my unique niche in the soul industry.
Okay. So now we take it up a notch now. New music.
Right.
Post quarantine. Right?
Yes.
Post quarantine. Homesick.
Right.
And the name, you know what I mean? The name the name resonates right now with everything because it add a new twist. Because people think when you say homesick, you wanna go home. But
Yeah.
you know, I take it as you're just sick of being home. you know?
So meanings for me, right? Right now I'm in Trinidad, so my sons are in Florida. Right? I'm dying to go see my sons. I'm dying to go see them. So I'm homesick.
Right.
Right? I will go see my boys. The second meaning is what you said. You're home and you're sick and tired of being home. You want to go out, you want to see people, you want to hug people, you want to enjoy yourself. You're thinking about the times where you could have been outside freely and just enjoying yourself. And then the next one is for us entertainers, you, myself, Lero, Patrice, Justy, whomever, Preety, everybody. Home is where the heart is. You understand? And our hearts, our desire is to be out there entertaining people, just taking people out of
Yes,
that
sir.
of whatever it is that they're going through. That's our job. And right now we can't do that, virtually or not. We want to be in reaching distance. I want to be able to touch you. I want to be able to feel your energy. I want you to be able to feel my energy. I want you to be able to walk away from this event and say, boy, I forgot I had rent due and I can't pay it. Thank you for that. Those kind of things. So right now we're homesick because home is where the heart is. So for me, those are the three meanings that this song has. And since we released it, it's been getting a lot of love. People have been relating to it because it's not the type of song where you just say, okay, quarantine, you're inside, it's quarantine and chill. And no, it's you just saying, look, I'm homesick. When I'm not in the Fed, I'm homesick. When I'm not in the party, I'm homesick. When I'm not with you, I'm homesick. You is with you is where I belong.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, check out the new video here for Homesick, Ricardo Drew, right here on Fusion, man. All right, boom. Now, Ricardo, big tune. All right. Now, I have before we wrap up, because how folks can get the music available on all platforms, right?
Yes, the music. Well, first and foremost, thank you very much. And yes, the song is available on all platforms. You can check it out on my YouTube, Team Drew, youtube.com/Team Drew, which I also have a series on there called Based on a Drew Story, which is stories about everything that I've been
Yeah, I
going through.
saw that. I saw that. I wanted to talk to you about that too. I saw that, and he has some real funny stories. And why did that come about?
I've always wanted to do that, man. The other one day I was watching TV and I saw something come on TV said based on a true story, but I wasn't paying attention to it. Like I was just, when you stare at the TV but your mind is just somewhere else. So the way the lady said it, it sounded like based on a true story. So I looked up and I said, hmm.
You're onto something.
I didn't know what to do with it yet. So at first I was like, you know what? I'm gonna document my performances and this and that. And then boom, COVID happens. And I just said, there's so many things that people have this perception about me. They have this view of things that I've done, things I haven't done, things, rumors, whatever. And I want to clear it up. I just want to put it out there. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do it in a story form. Because I saw Kevin Hart doing something like that. So I was like, you
Yeah,
know what? I'm going to do
straight
it in
from the heart. He started doing. Yeah.
Hart. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it in a story form. And I'm going to give my perception of it because it's based on a true story. It's not based on a true story. It's based on my
This is
story.
a Drew story, which is different for understand. It doesn't mean it is not true. It's just a Drew story.
So, and then when I did the first story, now it was me by myself. I put it up and I got like 200 comments, and I was just like, "Well, wait, where does come from?" Like, okay. And next story, I sat down and I said to myself, the people that are in the story, I'm gonna reach out to them. I'm gonna ask them if they can tell their side. So I reached out to Liro, I reached out to Patrice, I reached out to Just D, Tennyson John, Sham, and we started to put the story together. Now this is all happening from phones, just like you sit down and you do a live or whatever the case may
Right,
be. Taking the footage and we're editing and putting it together, chopping it up, and as the stories went on, the viewership just kept going up and up and up. And people just kept coming to me and they were like, yo, we appreciate you being so transparent. We appreciate you, telling us this side of it because we would have never known. And then it literally went from me trying to prove that the perception you had wasn't what you think it is. It went from that to me saying, you know what, this is me. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being just like you. I go through things just like you, and I want you to know me. And it actually became something that was really therapeutic for me. Like, so it's almost like I was doing my own self therapy by talking to you.
right. So how often is it? How often is it aired?
Well, the first season ended. We had 8 episodes in the first season. Imagine that, your whole life have a season.
Right? Well, part of your life. Because you're looking forward for season 2, right?
Season one was 8 episodes. We started, we finished, I think, late June. So that's on season one. Is on the YouTube channel.
The YouTube channel, right? So folks can go back there and actually see it.
Correct, from episode 1 to 8.
Okay.
We that's season two on the 30th of July. So that is the day before my birthday. That is actually Sham's birthday. So we start that on the 30th.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's what's up, man. So we have a lot of things to look forward to, man. We have, this is Drew. We have new music. You know, you're definitely making this COVID, this pandemic work for you, which is I commend you on that
Appreciate
because you're relaunching now, and you're a stellar dad. You're known to be that, right. You have a beautiful daughter. I mean, there's no secret. You have a beautiful daughter with Patrice, right? Who just made the cameo, right?
it.
Just made the cameo, and you have two sons in Orlando. So you're definitely a well-rounded person, man, and I commend you on that because in this industry here, it's hard, especially being a father and being out there and you're working and stuff like that to really be there for your kids. So I commend you guys on that and keeping that ground. You know what I mean? By keeping that there. So Drew, I have this game that I play before I get you out of here. All right, it's called Take Five. It's pretty much you get a few seconds, and I'm gonna put some stuff up on the screen, and you
Mm,
have to give me five of those things. You have to name them. All right. I'm not gonna put no pressure on you in terms of time. I usually give people, what I mean, like little 10 seconds and stuff like that. Yeah, but
okay,
so with that in mind, all right, with that in mind, we're gonna have a little fun here. All right,
I'm ready.
you ready? All right,
Ready.
ladies and gentlemen. All right, take five here with Ricardo Drew.
Five Caribbean dishes. Roti, fungi, um, saltfish, stewed chicken. You could call it a Sunday lunch if you want to call it a Sunday lunch. I know.
When you mess on the fifth one, man. I hear Sunday lunch.
Pilau.
Pill out. All right, all right. All right, all right. Good. All right. I'll put a little pressure on it now. We had any time or no?
Uh,
I see like you're verse with it. Hold on. I had to put the timer in place now. You're showing off now on me, man. I see like a little, you come out the gate heavy. All right. So 15 seconds. We have the clock running. Now, Nah, I think 15 is too much. You went too hard. You went too hard. 10 seconds, man. All right, we going with it now. Boom.
5 songs on my playlist right now. To be honest, I have Jagged Edge Genie. I have Patrice Carry On. I have Pretty Mean It. I have my song Homesick, and I have a song by Justy called Boom Boom.
All right. You
Boom Bang.
you're just right there on the 10-second mark. All right. All right. We going again. Boom.
Mm-hmm. Five streets in Antigua, St. John's, Casada Gardens, Dickinson Bay. Where else? Where else? Where else? I know those streets by.
I got you, man. I got one. I got one. All right. I got one. All right. We going there. The last one before we get up out of here, man. Boom.
5 things people don't know about you, man. Well, 5 things people don't know. I have 5 kids. A lot of people don't know I was born in Antigua. I live in Florida, or lived in Florida. I am 35, and I went to school. I did law.
Oh, really? That one threw me back now. Oh, really? Really? Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Didn't know that. So you study law.
yes, I did. And then
So
in the middle of it, I said, "Man, I want to be an entertainer. I can't do. I can't fight it anymore. I'm gonna do it."
well, you could combine the two. You could do entertainment law. You make a lot of artists happy because coming
I will.
coming coming from being there. You know what I mean? I can guarantee you're gonna have a lot of work. I don't know my reach out to you. Huh?
I'll have a lot of grades too. I don't want to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for taking the time out, my brother. Thank you for doing this. A pleasure having you here as a guest. Folks, remember to check out his new music, Homesick. It's available now on all streaming platforms. Support the cause, or they don't go and download it from YouTube and try to convert to MP3. Go and buy it. All right, buy it. Yeah, right. Support the artists. This is a time here when the artists are basically doing what they can, and they're not performing. They're not out there. And we all know 80% of the artists' income is from performing, right? So a lot of these artists are out there, and they still giving you new music, and this time too. So definitely go out there and support them, and do what you can to support the cause. Buy their music. Ricardo, my brother, thank you so much, man. I appreciate this, man. It's been an
Thank,
honor.
thank you very much, and you be safe, my brother.
All right, hold on. Don't go. I'm gonna pull myself out of the feed. I want you to do a video drop for me. This is Ricardo Drew. Big up to D Life and Fusion. All right.
Yo, this is your boy Ricardo Drue, and right now I want to say a big large up to D Life and Fusion. This place is me home, but when I'm not there, I get homesick. Yo, D Life, Fusion, man. Alright.
Beautiful, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I'll be in touch, man. And once we stuff like that, I'm gonna let you know when it's being aired, and also I'm gonna get you a copy.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna send you a copy of the interview, so you'll be able to chop it up and do your thing on social media and all that with it. All right.
Thank you.
All right, bro. Bless.